When we do things individually as a martial artist, we have more to us than just being a martial artist. Sometimes we become a poet, an author, anything we can do. It's just martial arts is sometimes just one of the things that we do. You know, it's not just about a rank, a title, or the years of experience. It's important to register many elements of our achievements, but that's just one of them. There's things outside that I think is important. Obviously, you know I've got a bit of a passion for martial arts, and it comes in a different way about enabling other martial artists to actually help the community and other students. So my job is an enabler to help people help others. That's how I feel my role is. I've taught for 30 odd years, and now my role's changed. I got the support of my wife and my daughter down there who didn't get a mention earlier, Isha. You're going to stand and do a twirl? This is my youngest one at 17. I got a 34-year-old as well. Anyway, moving from there, you got the accolade now, but I just need to mention also Laura Abraham's down there. She's been with me for 7 years and manages a lot of my work in administration. So she needs a bit of a clap because that's how we get here, is by she does it all. When you expand and you think you've got a capacity that limits you, and then you find a new range. And if you think to yourself, you know what, you can do more. I can do this, I can run several businesses, and you can have interesting things, and then even find time for your family sometimes. But I've entered a new venture, a venture that I thought was really important for this industry and for my passion. And that is to reach more people, influence them in a positive way, showcase more people. And I've done that by creating magazines myself, videos, TV programs, and so forth. But you know what? You can only do so much. But partnering up with people, like I partnered up with Glenn for different things. But my new partner, Silvio Morelli, I'd like you to come up the stage, please. So we know Silvio has been around and inspiring and actually done events like this many times. And he's given me some great tips on things, what you should do and what you shouldn't do. And there's plenty of things that I've done that I shouldn't have done. And he told me that there's many moving parts. And there is. And changes at every moment. But the great thing about it, if I have the right mindset, it's just a challenge, it's just fun. It just changes and evolves. So I'm really inspired to be here. But I knew that you need a partner. And you need a partner. And this gentleman here who has had the motivation and drive from various different elements and people that he's worked with to create multiple magazines with that passion to help so many other people and showcase them. And the reason that we're in here for a lot of people is because he connected them. He showcased them in magazines and so forth. And I had a vision, I thought, you know what? When Silvio decided to change his pace and he decided, you know what? After 32 years of magazines, and biggest selling magazines, some of those, you go, yeah, I've had enough, do something differently. That's what you can do. I've had enough. But people still really would miss those, and I miss those magazines. So I've been pestering this guy for 5 years. And I said, you know what, we should do this. We shouldn't leave that stuff in lockup and storage. We should get those magazines out. We should rebirth them. And I, sent a couple of proposals to Silvio, and he's the hard man to get an idea through. But after a while, he kind of saw the vision that I saw, that what we could do is to rebirth all those magazines. Build a platform that can host 32 years of martial arts history and Ironman, Kickboxer, Women's Health and Fitness, and a number of those magazines that we've got. So that's what we're doing. Also bringing video as well. So I just want to hand over to Silvio and fill in the gaps.
Thank you. Yeah, Graham. This is one persistent guy. As most of you know, my publishing business was a big part of my life for 32 years, and had to put that business to bed, which was a really painful experience. But, you know, the universe had been prodding me and pushing me, and I wasn't listening until you get to the point where the pain is so bad that you got it. And it was interesting because about 18 months after I put the business to bed, I get this phone call from this guy. I'd known of Graham for a while. We'd crossed paths a few times. And rang me up and said, look, you know, what are you doing with the archives? I'd like to be able to, you know, upload them, use them. And I kind of sat there and I thought, no. And actually, it wasn't because it wasn't a bad idea. It was because deep down inside, I kind of thought to myself, I'd been thinking about maybe resurrecting Blitz. And I'm involved in property, and that keeps me pretty busy at the moment. And about another 18 months later, I get this other phone call from this same guy, a bit persistent, and he asked me the same question, and I gave him the same answer. And funny thing, we kind of started to communicate. And it was just before the awards last year. We got together, we had some coffee. I got to know Graham a little bit better on a personal basis, and I thought, this is not a bad guy. And got me thinking, I thought, you know what? I think it's time. I think it's time we do something. And it's been really, really interesting. Bringing the idea to life of creating this archive, this repository, this, you know, bringing these magazines kind of not back to life, but having them so people can tap into that rich history of Australian martial arts. 32 years worth. We produced hundreds and hundreds of issues of Blitz, Kickboxer, Australasian Taekwondo, Inside MMA, which morphed into Fight Magazine and then Fight Live Magazine. We had 15 magazine titles: health and fitness, bodybuilding, golf, soccer, triathlon, food, nutrition, a vegan magazine, and a psychology magazine. And we've decided to, much to this guy's prodding and pushing, to archive all these magazines and make them available to the Australian market. And I'm really pleased to be partnering with Graham. He's got a lot of drive. He has a genuine interest in the martial arts industry, as I do, and I'm really, really proud to, you know, call him a friend and be working with Graham. And we've kind of even thrown the idea around of maybe one day resurrecting Blitz in some kind of way, maybe some kind of rich multimedia platform. And so who knows? Watch this space. This guy's got a bit more energy than I have, so...
I think we're doing a lot more than... Is it on here? Yeah, that's okay.
But yeah, look, I'm very, very pleased to be working and partnering with Graham, and hopefully, because there's a lot of people here who have graced the covers of those martial arts magazines. They are iconic, and there's nothing quite like being on the cover, being inside the magazine. And, many of you are icons of the industry, and, people deserve to hear and read the stories, your stories. So stay tuned.
Yeah. So the title of the project is Fit Multimedia. That is quite genuine. You'll see in your program there, you'll see a photo of this handsome guy and this other handsome guy.
I didn't want to do it.
He didn't want to do
I
that.
didn't want to do the front cover. This bloke,
You got to put yourself on there now and again. You got to get on stage. And Francine over here did those photo shoots in their studio. So once again, stand up, please do a twirl. If you like the photos, well, there you go. But yes, so that's what is going to happen. But also in that program, there's a QR code that we've put together some magazines. Now, don't click on that now because it's not uploaded. Because there's so much work to do here to get this together, I haven't put the magazines. So Silvio and I decided we're going to put some magazines up there for free, some of the archive ones, and you can just download those and read those at your leisure. So probably about Monday or Tuesday next week, you can click on that QR code, go to the landing page, and download a whole pile of magazines. Thank you.
thanks, Graham. Thank you to everyone.